they had just done that clip of Cole's there. Is breakfast ready, man? So good.
Oh my god.
Plate of those Tide Pods? How sick would
I
that be?
completely forgot
I
about that.
guarantee
Skylar busts
he would
out
be
the Tide
laughing at the
Pods.
same time as well. Oh, man. Right, I don't know if we have vetoes yet. I'd love to see some vetoes for this match while we have time to kill as the players.
Why don't we
aren't ready
have
just
Sean
yet.
guess what the three... Oh, never mind.
Cobble. Oh,
Right, there we go.
it's over. Cobble Train. Mirage.
Cobble Train and Mirage. Mirage will be a fun decider if we get there.
Fun fact. There's Bad Taco.
Just moonwalking
Bad
into the
Taco is
venue.
we've seen some stuff over here, Taco. We've seen some stuff. You know, we saw the video.
Bad Taco.
Bad Taco. You know, we have a problem here, you know? Fun fact. Cash has not been played once this tournament.
No,
Really?
actually,
Yeah,
right.
it was third map yesterday, but we haven't seen it.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
I think Liquid came into this tournament not knowing that their train was good, and at this point they're like, "This is our best map.
Yeah, it's like,
we have to pick it." That's what it feels
Twist!
like, right?
Just get 4 kills on the anti-eco.
I'm pretty sure they were videoing it at the start of the tournament.
Yeah.
They have like a huge HQ being built at the moment. Team Liquid.
Oh.
It's like 9,000 square
9,000
feet.
square
Yeah.
That's
Damn.
crazy. That's crazy big. I didn't realize how big their org was at this point. They said I could play there as well. That's the most important thing. Because it's near the face office. So,
Oh, I see.
so when we're here for ECS, they're like, yeah, you can play. I'm like, I'm holding you to that. You better
There we
make
go.
me a desk.
Where's Smeagol?
Down.
You're
Where's
spoiling,
JDM
man.
in the corner? It is, though.
Ripping pepperonis.
That's kind of scary. I hope we see something good for JDM in the near future. I think he'll be
I
streaming
think
for the
so.
time
I
being.
don't think he's going to be without a team for long.
Yeah, but there's so much shuffling going on. There's so many players in the wind at the
Well,
moment.
the thing
NA
is,
and Europe.
the roster locks are what? This week? Next week?
I think it already happened.
It already happened.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Ah.
Well, time
Well,
to
we'll see what happens with it.
Yeah, time to get some streaming on, some stream time.
There's the SK
Close up
poster
of the
from last
pistol.
year.
That's really cool.
Super good.
The
Phelps
Death
killed
Star is awesome. That's an outstanding poster.
He
That's
left.
really
Yeah. Oh, there we go. He's back. See there? He has been working out a little bit.
Shake weight.
Whenever you want to start the match, buddy,
Shake weight.
we'll be right here.
Yeah, you can even say that everyone else is ready. Everyone is on the server. We have 9 people on the server. The only one's missing is Bad Taco.
Bad Taco. Does not give an F.
No.
Hey, let's watch these guys feel. This is cool.
See, that is looks to be replacing him instead.
Oh, he has a "Are you mad 'cause I'm not" shirt.
Oh.
It's actually
That's
legit.
That's really cool.
So shirt. See? Oh, you got it. Oh, there we go.
Oh. Which way do I go? This way.
Just stand
Yeah,
in
there
front
we
of.
go.
Just stand
Just
here.
come in front. Come in
Just
front.
stand here, Taco. Stand here.
Oh, this is good.
Are you mad?
Just fill the camera.
Yes, I'm
Fill
on,
the
I'm on.
camera.
This is a good shirt. I dig it.
Yeah.
Good.
Time to go. Okay, well, production had us send not talking. I was like, time to go to game.
Whenever you're ready.
Whenever you're ready.
Only
right?
person not
No,
on the server right
seriously, Taco. Good.
We're
So-
still not late. It's not 9 yet. It is 9.
now. It is. It's 1 minute past.
Delays.
SK will be starting on the T side of Cobblers. I look forward to this. Again, I just don't know what to expect, so I don't really know what to say about Liquid apart from I do hope they manage to gel sooner rather than later. You know, if they're all on the same wavelength, then that would most certainly help. I mean, how do you find it, Sean, when you've got like, I don't know, 2 new players on your team? I guess it can vary. There are a lot of variables. But
Yeah,
what's your
there's a lot of
experience?
variables. If you have like aggressive players coming to your team, they can make a lot of plays that you typically didn't make outside of the structure that, you know, the other players in your team are aware about.
Yeah.
So it can be beneficial. Like I think NAF could actually be in like they could have a really good honeymoon phase right now with NAF because of that, because NAF can make those plays. That's why I think Liquid actually has a chance in this series.
So we know that from some of the spots on Cobble, Nitro's, I think, opping B most of the time. Twist plays drop, and they actually love Twist because he plays kind of all the hard spots or quote-unquote shit spots that a lot of people don't want to, and that's nice. Drop's like a really hard spot that's really important because it splits between A and B, and then I think Steel and Naf are splitting the A A responsibilities, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I think that's right.
Yeah. So I think there's just a lot of emphasis on Nitro's individual performance. So maybe he doesn't put too much effort into calling.
Ooh, a 5 armor by SK.
Yeah, it's pistol time.
And we're into it.
Don't forget the 2 decoys. SK starting on the T side, so let's see what they have to offer us. 4 people going to start outside the A site for the time being. I don't know if the bomb would have been spotted on the radar, but there's a lot of quick information for Liquid, but it is a pistol round, so what can you really do with that? It all comes down to the headshots.
I feel like it'd be really difficult for them to end at the A-bomb site right now without a smoke for connector, right? There's no way at the end of the day.
That's a good point.
Unless they go through drop to A.
Did you see? It looks like they used a decoy to push someone off an angle in case somebody was there, and they thought it was a flashbang.
Yeah, SK always uses decoys in a pretty clever way.
So Fallen has the last decoy. So they've created their space around the A site. They've pushed the C2s back, but there's still info towards B with Elige.
So they're going to try to drop split.
Yeah, drop split to A.
So where is Fallen then? Where is this? Okay, he's just there and doing nothing.
That's really successful. So they got the A control. They shied someone off long B, so they can't spot all the way down. So now when they take drop, they won't know that it's not going to be a B split, and it rotates a little longer.
It's really interesting that he chose to give up that angle because he has the range advantage of the
Yeah,
ESP. So
I was just about to say, I was like, only Cold Zero can 1v1 Glock pushback.
so that makes me wonder if they are prepared for something else, if they're willing to give that up. But here we go again. It's just down to the headshots on pistol round a lot of the time. Nafly finds himself alone. There's Fallen. Doesn't use the decoy and wins the round.
Doesn't need it.
So you think they just gave him too much respect there because they just everything that SK wanted out of the round they got pretty much for free?
Yeah,
with
I don't think he should have gone up plat
with
control
no
like
utility,
that.
right? I feel like if Liquid had known coming into this round, if SK has no utility, that you want to take all these fights. Because you're going to come to that point of like, well, we have no smokes, we have no flashbangs, needs hits the bomb site.
That's a round that SK can run because they are SK and people fear them. Your team cannot do that.
No.
Your team will die on plat right there. I promise you.
Your team, little Timmy, can't do that round.
Yeah.
But I feel like if you're going to have a pistol strat on T side of Cobblestone where you're going to have like one guy just lurking plat, that guy's got to have a P250 because otherwise it's a fight he can't win with a Glock.
Or a flash to flash over, you know?
Yeah,
That's what I'm
yeah,
saying.
yeah.
Only SK pushes that guy back with armor. One guy.
Because you can one shot from that range with a P250 but not a Glock, so. But yeah, I feel like Liquid must have had something in mind just to give up plat like that. I don't know, it mystifies me. I can't let it go.
It happened. It's alright. It's alright.
Just eat an Uncrustable.
Everything's going to be okay.
Stuff your face. Sean, do you have any observations about how and when SK will take drop in a default? Like what they, instead of just going up to a dry, to do anything else first?
They'll do it when there's no resistance. You know, like they won't go through a smoke. They won't go through a molly. They'll wait till all that's done. Then they will always get drop control. And they might not go in it, but they'll fake like they're in it.
Ooh, somehow, maybe the footsteps from Taco are keeping 4 people entertained towards A. With only 25 seconds on the clock, that is going to be a huge play, but they've got to move forward, SK, because these CZs are very dangerous indeed, and they may compromise position. You see the CTs starting to stream in. I'll get behind the APC, and maybe Cold Zero missed that as he tries to clear everything else out. 12 seconds now, and the bomb's been dropped, so this is turning into a disaster. Oh dear. Maybe just running things too slow in this scenario.
Yeah, and this is literally exactly what Jordan and I were talking about yesterday. You know, everyone's like, why don't you send in a scout somewhere, blah, blah, blah. There's no right way to play an eco. Because they sent a scout in B, but if your scout gets 2-bulleted like that,
Yeah, exactly.
everything, everything's over.
Yeah, exactly. The fake suck, right? Like, you don't even get that rotation initially.
Yeah.
Because there's so little time as well. I'm sure whoever killed Taco there on that bomb site, he probably didn't even have time to see that he spotted someone because he was busy shooting, and by then he was
Exactly.
dead. So the call is there, it's like, it's clear.
So there's really no right way to play it.
And then you can flip it on the other way. If Taco then instead gets that kill, you probably win
then
this
for sure
round.
they probably win the round. Yeah.
Yeah, you can't really have the same timing every time. I feel like an extra 10 seconds there would really help if something goes wrong, so you have the space to kind of try and fix it. However, you can't really be predictable and go at the same time every time. So it's very difficult. The game of Counter-Strike. The AK from the previous round still in tow, and it's the T's turn to use the CZs. So again, they've got the initial control of long A, but the push from Nafly and co, they know what's up now. Does this force the hand of SK? Do they feel like they have to try and charge into A now? Or do they try to go back and force CCs away? They have a minute on the clock.
SK do a good job of not panicking in these situations and like just fighting for the info. And they've also been playing these rounds out really late, but there's 2 kills that can really change it up. So the rotate's being pulled to A. I think Cold is still here waiting for a late flank, but it's not coming. And the bomb still hasn't seemed to decided where he wants to go.
Yeah, they didn't see the bomb of those 2 kills from Bolts. He was just there on his own, so the bomb could have exited elsewhere. Oh. Liege, is he going to have the angles? He is. Still no bomb spotted, however. Another bomb is just around the corner, and we'll hear the footsteps, but there's no time to really rotate. 20 seconds on the clock. He has to go towards the A site, which means Cold Zero has to rotate away.
Did Cold throw any nades? Maybe that's what happened there. Wow, they did pull that rotate.
That was a really smart play by Fallen.
My gosh.
Oh, he's got 10 seconds though. The gauntlet run. Elige knows what is possible. Oh, no!
No time.
No time, no time.
Oh, just enough.
That's
enough.
so unusual. Like, I feel like I've never seen SK really run out of time as much as I have.
This event.
Yeah. Now, sure, Sneeko is a gamble. I mean, if that works out, it works out, right? But it's very, I don't know.
They're taking a lot longer on average.
A little bit off.
Yeah, for sure. They seemed a little bit out of sync.
It doesn't seem like almost indecisiveness, but it seems like they want the rounds to play it longer for some reason.
Yeah, no, definitely. It's a fine line. I mean, Navi used to be very famous for that.
Do you think they're trying to emphasize like Cold Zero as a lurker and give him more time to work?
Yeah, maybe. I mean, if you are using Cold Zero as a lurk, right, you want to give him as much time as possible. It's tough. I was about the Navi thing. When they used it even back in 1.6, but when they were switching over to CS:GO, one of their biggest issues when they were trying to like just convert from one game to another, playing that very slow style, is that most of the times, more so than not, they just ran out of time.
Yeah, it was
short. Yeah, and the runs obviously that they didn't run out of time with, they end up winning.
Yes.
So it is a super fine line of like making sure that because that timing, if you play that kind of play style, it just has to be perfect.
When they used to play Inferno, it was like, oh, they can't win anymore. Yep. They come up Boiler, they get the 1 kill because they got all the rotates. But if they don't get that 1 kill, they can't plant and they lose. And you would see that happen to them all the time. The flip side did the same thing a lot too.
A weapon collected by Bolts. Got to hit the head though. He's got no Kev. Oh, that's annoying, isn't it?
Unlucky.
Bonus money, upgrade to the AK. Not a bad round for Twist.
Fifflaren, do you play FPL?
No.
No.
Why would I play FPL?
He lives in NA.
Fifflaren.
Oh yeah, you live in
Yeah.
These days he plays Bejeweled.
I play anything other than.
No rank stress for you?
No, definitely not. Me and James were talking about this the day before, about American matchmaking.
Yeah, that is the opposite of therapy.
The ultimate form of rank stress.
Yeah.
Oh, that's that cool smoke that Liquid threw and boosted over, or did they fake it with a decoy? What is that?
I heard a smoke.
Yeah, there it is.
I think it hit a Molotov.
That was the one they boosted over earlier in the tournament.
What was the smoke that they threw? The long smoke?
Yeah, they throw it through the window though. They don't just like dry throw it on the ground.
Oh.
Some unique lineup.
Well, obviously a faster timing here from SK. No lurkers towards the A site. Pre-fire from Naf. A Legion of tree position. It's good to avoid some of the flashbangs. You can see his position, very deliberate there. Naf taking that very early though. Lige has got Twist covering his back for the time being, and Twist is there to support and clean up the rest. A quick 4K for Twist. Nice.
Yeah, something that's really cool about Elige, whenever he's playing B side, he's always looking up like that to see when the flashes are coming over. And then he uses that StarCraft aim, James.
StarCraft aim, man.
Dodges those flashes real quick.
Can't beat that StarCraft aim. So his Twist has to deal with the drop. And Nafla got picked off somehow elsewhere, so after this, he knows immediately 2 people, okay, switch around. Elige is dropped, spray down the rest of them.
It's actually a really good angle because people, like those T's swing by that. They see the guy on tree and they're like, oh, let me go back and get that guy. It's too late. Twist is already in that bait angle. That's
There you go.
Oh, there. Okay.
Cool.
So just a pistol round from SK. Might be a fast one. They'll be on a goodbye next round. Max
Yep.
lost bonus. They won the pistol, right? And then they just lost everything
Yeah.
since then.
Yeah, some force buys and stuff.
So they'll be like, now the
have an
game
up or
begins,
fall now
boys.
at least.
This is where the match starts for us.
Maybe. Yeah.
I think you have to put a positive twist on a crappy situation. So, you know, I would like to have a better start, but since it's squad history is history, this is where the match starts. Let's focus on this.
Positive twist on a bad taco.
Whoa.
Yeah, yeah. You
Good
might be
team.
on the toilet, but at least you got your Nintendo Switch. That's one way to look at it. Just keep your hands clean, though. Okay, so there's the grenade again from Steel.
Is
Tidy.
I feel like he's just doing that fancy because
No,
what's
he-
Is there
well,
a
he's
way you can
setting-
use it?
Yeah, so they boost over it, but they don't want
there
to
they are.
obviously do it the first time, the
Oh,
second
there we
time,
go.
the third time. Yeah, there
Bullied.
you go.
And there it is, case in point. Don't you love it when you explain something and then it happens immediately after?
yeah, it's
Oh.
great, right?
It's really good, man.
Well, I did see it in my crystal ball, so.
Well, it worked out. So you said that they did it last game as well, first gun round.
I don't know if it's the first gun round. I just saw them do it. Actually. I knew it was gonna happen at some point in this match because they were using it at the start.
Mm-hmm.
So Nafly is the sniper for the time being. Maybe not to compromise other people's positions. They can throw that around later. Oh, Steel. It's almost like this kind of flank is a very Brazilian thing.
Yeah, but look, he's also walked past one.
Yeah. Fallen is towards A long, but he's going to catch the bomb.
Oh my god.
Cold Zero. Oh!
Holy smokes.
Well, that's the round. 5 versus 2. We're asking a lot of SK at this point. It reminds me of the major when Zeus was playing for Liquid and he was just constantly flanking from A on Cobblestone. It was really awesome.
That was really good awareness by Nitro to be holding the A-holes right there.
Yeah.
Not get caught off guard.
So it's really good to have these kind of like gimmick kills almost, or like one every 3 round plays where you're not gonna, it's not gonna work for the rest of the half, but there's a super important rifle round that results in a save, so let's bust it out now, you know.
And
let's get that opening kill.
One thing to note as well, Steel has been throwing that smoke every single round as well, so it's not like SK is like, oh, there's a smoke there.
Yeah.
Well, time to get boosted.
And now
Maybe
you
this-
probably won't see him throw that exact
Yeah.
smoke ever again, to be honest.
he was doing it up until this point.
Ooh, pop flash. That's very nice. And Twist again
Nice.
is there.
Twist is
If you need
hungry.
multiple kills on Cobblestone, Twist is your man.
Yeah, he's actually a monster.
That was a really nice flash from Nitro.
Yeah, he's actually a ridiculously good drop player. I don't know if there is a better drop player than him.
Maybe like Rush has had some really good games.
Yeah,
but
true. Rush is really good at it too.
I definitely see. Yeah, it's kind of. Do you think there's something about his personality that he likes, like the hard spots? Like I think, does he play inner on train or ladder?
He plays. I thought he played Ivy now.
Oh
Wait,
yeah,
who?
that's right. He's Ivy, yeah,
Yeah,
which is
Twist
also really hard.
Twist.
Train's full of hard spots, but yeah, it's like he specifically likes those spots, maybe for the challenge.
Damn, son.
Liquid keeps getting these
Yeah.
opening picks.
Yeah, such a solid start for them. Twist 13 for 1 at the moment.
7-1.
Can't escape. Oh, very aggressive flash out. Not good enough though.
I like it though. It's a good attitude to have against your opponent. A no respect style.
I would have liked it more if they were the one who have lost that entry.
Yeah, I mean, everyone just gets really angry when your opponent doesn't respect you.
Yeah. They've got the money to get arrogant with the plays. Elige. Oh, he's hunting. Look at that, man. 2 left now. The Molotov gives a position away for one of them. The flash is there. Elige flying in. Don't know if he sees Bolts on the radar, but the information is known now. 3 versus 1. The lasers will be trained on Bolts' position. And Elige is there for 1 more. 4 kills for Elige in that round. Team Liquid looking dangerous as fuck.
Yeah, they've gotten so much
Yeah.
better over the last 3 days.
Yeah, compared to first, but day 1 and day 2, you're like, what is this?
And the way Naf played this round is what I meant by that, honeymoon phase. I doubt, if you see like 3 months from now, if he gets that pick, he might take that pick. He's not going to run back to plat and like re-aggress right there. They're
Oh,
gonna
I
be more
also
structured.
I asked Zeus yesterday because when you and I were listening in on day 2 with the fake smoke or failed smokes and stuff, I just asked him if they had also swapped some positioning when it comes to executes, and he said yes.
Oh, okay.
Because JDM used to throw a lot of them, and now the Nitro's calling and also opping. He didn't want Nitro to do it, so it's just like a little bit of flip for everyone.
It's cool
So
in a way.
that
Keep things fresh. Oh, Bolts now. I like that play from Bolts. Oh boy.
Oh.
Because SK, like, we can't just allow them to.
That was chilly.
So Fallen knew that there were 2 in halls right there because that guy threw a nade as Steel died. So he immediately pushes through mid and holds the rotate back. They probably couldn't have guessed Nitro and Knob.
Well, minutes on the clock for SK. With a focus on the drop. Still somebody looking for a flank though. Outside A. But Steel's not giving it up at the moment. B looks well defended for the time being. They have 2 flashes, no smokes, SK. And Taco's still only on a deagle, so.
Yeah, Nitro's still got a molly too. 40 seconds. He's gonna release this in a few seconds. If he's still here.
I think Nitro's on A for the time being.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and that's just going to hold the laser. There's the flash, but Twist is in a forward position. Is Elise to trade? He is. Bolts in the red as well. It's going to be really hard to get anything done for SK.
Oh my god.
Oh, man. The lawnmowers are out.
It's one of those games where there's no
Yeah.
easy spot to go to.
Yeah.
Elise looks like a Protoss.
Yeah.
What do you think, James?
Yeah, man. I love me some Protoss. Some Brotoss.
Is he at
Actually,
17
what did he
and
play?
Twist at 14? Everyone else is 5, 4, 3,
Yeah,
5, 4, 4.
just holding it down.
Damn.
That's a satisfying shot.
Yeah, you might want to stay away from
What
that.
do you guys think? Do you think it's harder to be consistent on higher sensitivity? Or do you think it's just different?
I think
I think it's easy to be consistent like online and maybe like a relaxed tournament like this, but when you're amped up in a crowd environment, things could get a little bit difficult.
When you've had a few uncrustables,
Yeah.
can't control
definitely lower your sense by 1.
all that adrenaline.
All the 7-year-olds landing.
I feel like mostly comes down to actually DPI, because the higher DPI you have, especially if you're like nervous and shaky,
More sensitive.
that really messes you up. Because even the smallest little movements that you have with your hands just like makes your crosshair wobbly. That's why if you use 400 DPI, even if you're a little bit shaky, for example,
It won't move.
Yeah, it won't move.
Yeah.
So I'd say 800 DPI, probably max.
You can test it actually by turning your sense up really high, and then just have your DPI at like 400, and then you can move your mouse a little bit, and you can see how much it jumps.
Yeah, exactly.
That's quite interesting.
Yeah.
So if I play 800 DPI,
800 DPI is not
800
bad. It's
good, especially for native. I think that's like
I
very
think Cold
reasonable.
uses 800 DPI.
I switched for like after 4 years of playing on 400,
Yeah.
just because desktop.
yeah.
Yeah.
But you just that's why like for CS for example, like anything over 800, it does tend to be a little bit too shaky actually.
Steel's just going for it, man. I'm telling you, he's just picked up the mantle from Zeus. He's
Did
like,
they just try to bait out the big flank because he ran back to watch it? Steel ran through A and they seemed to fake XQB or something, or
my brain was in a DPI. I'd love to see like the beginning of that round again, just on the radar, just to see what the hell happened there. So this might be a round for SK, but again, Liquid have the money to lose a round here or there, but they definitely want to take people with them, and they won't get a single kill. So that makes the reset scenario more difficult, but
16,
again, perhaps they'll be more honest now.
16k on 2 people. Leash still above 10.
Yeah, and only 3 rounds left on the round.
I think Fallen uses 400, doesn't he? 400 DPI? I think he's 400 2.6, because
I think so.
yeah.
Sounds right.
Alrighty.
2 fountain smokes. Probably a 3rd smoke for the lane. These are the smokes they threw at the start of the last round, by the way, James. This is why the fast 8 flank cap.
Okay. So that's a big investment, but SK not always too concerned with smoke executes to push a site.
So it looks like they like
like
full
coops.
false exec just to
Yeah,
get
that-
someone to push peak A even.
Yeah, that's a coop smoke.
Meanwhile, they start to harass the underpass. Elige will try to abuse the smoke while it's there, but he'll have to fall back as time continues.
They have no smoke, so you're likely looking at a drop split to B. Because I don't know how you would... unless it's drop split to A. Could be drop split to A.
Liquid have better use any flashbangs.
Liquid didn't bite at all.
No. They still have so much utility.
That's pretty impressive.
Yeah, I mean, maybe a lot of that is the smoke on the plat. And Lee's playing close to the smoke, so if they try to make a play through it, he's going to have a strong advantage.
That's why it's important to play the plat, because even if you're just there, you can tell your teammates you're safe, or you know so much sooner if you need to react or not. You'll like over nade if you don't have someone on plat.
I don't think they would have heard the collision of the flashbang hitting Fallen there, but I mean, he's thrown a nade now, so they know someone's there. Scoping around. So he is the man offering the fake, if you will. But he's starting to move away, but as he's moving away, Steele's getting aggressive once again. Elige spots at least a second person, and it's a Bateson switch set up. Elige goes back to the well, but 15 seconds, why not? Nafly still holding the site down, but he's taken from the drop. Now Twist has got much to do for going before the flashbang. Old school strats not working out though, and surely there's no bomb plant to be had here. Twist, so smart. Molotov there as well, leaving Fallen 1 versus 3. He'll take some extra damage.
So smart.
Yeah.
Super smart.
I even like the thought process from Nafly, just as instead of taking the last fight, he was hoping, okay, maybe I can just delay.
Yeah, and like you said as well, the whole thing about having someone on plat there, he just walked up, got that initial hit because SK was just about to walk out as well. Chances are maybe they end up going down there and at least getting the bomb down.
It's such an annoying bait setup using the stairs. That was definitely
Yeah,
good.
because Naf got second as well. As soon as he got first, you just hide, get second, and then yeah, you're in a very good spot.
Beautiful.
Well, first game of the day. Don't be too worried if you are an SK fan.
Oh.
That's a nice.
Woo!
Who
Yeah,
needs
we're
Red
awake
Bull?
today,
Or
boys.
who needs Monster?
That is nice.
Monster energy drink.
Yeah, keep going, Launders.
Breakfast of champions.
Absolutely. Part of a healthy, balanced meal or diet. It's diet, isn't it? It's diet, yeah. That cool, refreshing drink.
You could probably deep fry it, eat it.
Stu was saying yesterday he thought SK was the best team in the world on Cobble.
Yes, you did say
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, that's
Just an
I'm talking about
interesting
Beatles
note.
and stuff.
He had
Yeah.
a lot of pizza though, so
He did. He did. It was food coming a little bit.
Food baby. Look at these odds. Well, this is a crappy way to finish the half. At least the beginning of it, just the CZs here for SK. That is a glorious flick, isn't it?
I think if we are expecting anything though, for SK here, is their seat sides if they've swapped out a lot of things on T side, maybe not feeling comfortable. I think CTs at least we're gonna see, hopefully, a little bit of a better performing SK.
Well, 1 for 1. They'll take that. Picks up some rifles as well. Oh, Nitro with a rare miss.
yikes.
Getting awkward now. His support's coming in, but Nafly got to get a second kill. Don't take your teammate out. Elige will finish things off. They're leaving Bolts alone with the bomb, but he's jumped, and I think Steele has heard him, so this should be over in a matter of seconds. 13-2. Let's have a look at the kills here. 19 for 6 Elige, 20 for 6 on Twist. Cold Zero's got he's 3 for 13. You don't say that very often.
No.
Yeah, he had a bad series yesterday too, I think, against Cloud9. Super rare to see that.
So you were saying, Launders, you feel like they've swapped Cold in terms of like positioning and stuff?
No, the amount of time they've taken around.
Maybe so
it's
he can like have
to
time
give
for
him more
lurk and
space.
stuff. I feel like Cold Zero doesn't need any space, you know?
It's kind of strange. Sometimes I wondered, because like when Virtus Pro would slump, I'd be like, oh, if you look at their games, they have the same tactics, all the same tactical depth. They just didn't hit shots really.
Yeah, no, exactly.
that's how I
That's
felt
how they
too.
win. That's why it's so funny because they even when they swapped in game leaders, maybe they switched out one position or something. But yeah, at the end of it, it's the same.
They just lose all their
Yeah.
fights.
Yeah.
SK at the mercy of Liquid. Maybe mercy will not be shown. Again, we've got Taco now. He's going to be the plat boy on this occasion, keeping an eye on things. So SK will have a third person by the drop in position to quickly go towards A if required. But maybe Fallen will end up flanking. He's in the underpass for the time being as Liquid slowly creep towards the B bomb site.
Yeah, and we'll likely see the smoke either used for connector door or coop. The molly, probably connector door smoke, molly coop. Okay.
Yeah, bro.
I was about to say how not to get orbs, but Taco's just doing the thing. Stark difference to the Liquid one. Very patient shots there from Taco. Nice stuff from him. And again, that's you know you have the range advantage against the Glocks there. Hold your ground, shoot people in the face.
Taco has so many impactful rounds.
Yeah.
He actually has had a fantastic tournament.
Yeah.
That patient needs with those shots.
That's the thing about aiming we were talking about. Once you have that headshot, the crosshair placement, you don't really have to move your mouse too much. You just move your keyboard, yeah.
It becomes a little bit of a mind game because obviously you're strafing into his when he's strafing back.
Yeah.
So you align it.
It's funny because people mess themselves up because they always try to predict the next shot when most of the time you're better off just shooting the same spot where they'll go back to.
Yeah.
And if you keep, do that game where you chase them with your crosshair, you end up losing.
No nades for Liquid at this point. They could get into the drop, it seems. Get some close quarters going. But you never know when a pop flash is coming. SK slowly sneaking in. Sure, Cold will take a weird angle. Taco moving to the tighter angle, so they can't use the numbers game against him. Flashbang from a teammate. I'll just keep an eye on things. Spots one player. And there's the last one. Another 4K for Taco, nice.
Taco getting eco frags, rare sight.
It's true.
Very rare sight, actually.
It's almost always like in the back or something.
Yeah.
Some good odds.
Oh.
Oh, is it? It like changes throughout the game.
Yeah, it's like
In
updated.
running it's called.
I think it's kind of a pro line type thing.
So you like
where you
10
can
to 1 odds right now.
Yeah.
if you take
Knowing SK is CT Sun on Cobblestone. We do have a Ukrainian build there or something.
free money question mark.
Where's my laptop, man? I'd put $1 on that.
1 Bitcoin.
That's
a lot.
Depending on what
Yeah, what day of the week it is.
Another
then.
clean round for SK. A lot of money coming in here.
Now the half really begins. Rifles, well, a buy on both sides. Not quite rifles for SK, not quite a full buy either.
Is this the real test? Because Liquid didn't get put into 3v3s very often, so they didn't have like a communication stress test. They just kind of played their spots and their crossfires or setups worked out. Is the real test here on T side?
Yeah, I guess so, because they got so many entries that they didn't really have to think about rounds, like you said.
Oh!
Oh, was he jumping?
Yeah, he was trying to get out.
Sometimes people get jammed on the, there's a lip which sticks out.
You know what it was? If you don't let your jump reset, we're into this already. Bomb spotted. Taco watching the cross, infusing the smoke. 2 kills for SK, 4 actually now, and
Oh my God, Taco! Here we go, dude.
Jesus.
He
had 5 kills.
Yeah,
a few
I was
minutes
gonna
ago.
say.
He's
He got
honestly
4.
the Brazilian Cold Zero.
Damn, things are quickly changing. Very quickly indeed. 7-round lead for Liquid, but that could quickly disappear. They will quickly, though, lost quickly. They will quickly head towards max loss bonus. But shut it down. That's what SK is
Have you had a coffee today, James?
I have, yes. I've had a coffee.
He actually drank it
Had
quickly.
my noodles.
I like how you're looking out for him, Robin, though.
He's gone full American, James, nowadays.
Yeah,
Eating noodles
stitch
for
the tea.
breakfast and...
I like how Korean instant noodles is the most American thing you can.
No, because of college, you know?
Yeah,
That's all you
Guys,
see,
guys.
like in the movies and stuff. It's just noodles all the time.
It's
Pot
almost
noodles.
falling out of control here. The AK was picked up by Steel. However, it has been dropped again. Cold needs to... Oh! Oh, boy. Ugh. That was nasty, man. Ooh. Oh, Fallen gets around the corner just in time, but he just picked up a FAMAS. Did he give up a sound cue there?
Oh my God.
He just saw a shoot.
Showing a little bit of
He saw the back of the boost, man.
That's what happens, James.
Show a little
We
bit
have
of
big
ankle.
feet.
That's nasty. That's why I need the triple black.
Wouldn't have spotted you there.
Camo.
Just
There it
looked
is.
like a shadow.
Yeah. Like a small, insect or something, or rat running around. Okay, so Liquid on the buy once again, opting for 5 AKs on Cobblestone. Not a bad idea.
I think Fiffy single-handedly changed those odds.
People say,
He
people thought
really
money could
pushed
be
that
made.
10-1.
Like, whoa, whoa, boys. Shut it down. 503 cannot find server.
This will be quite the comeback.
Right, here we go again.
Oh yeah, so right here, sometimes if you jump twice, but you don't let your recoil or your jump reset fully, you don't go high enough. So you gotta wait the full second.
Oh, I hate that.
Yeah.
That's awkward because then, you know, the person who's boosting you sometimes thinks, okay, he's jumped up now, he's up, but you're still on his head and then he runs away and it's just a mess.
Yep. So
Then you get up and you get nade in the face and
that's how teams are destroyed.
yeah. Can't believe he's done this. He's looking for any edge. Man, playing in a show match against Jimka, he was ready for like all my shenanigans around
Yeah,
A site.
he was
all
not
of
having
them.
it.
Think he
He
studied
was
you?
like molotoving. There's a corner. There's a blind spot in that inside that where that pillar is. He was like molotoving it and stuff. He wrecks me, man. If he wasn't playing, I'm getting at least 7 knives in that round. Anyway, in that match, sorry. He just shot everything down. Oh, it's 43 seconds, and Liquid is still fighting for anything around the long A position.
Like this.
Oh! First got to get 2. He's got to get 2, but he doesn't. Another bomb is heading towards the A site, as are the CTs. And again, they still don't have position, but Liquid realizing maybe we can use this as a fake. That might be a better gamble, unless they try and split, but surely there's no time.
It's well coordinated. Oh, they're going drop though.
Oh,
Taco.
Oh, man, like twist! Still cutting off the rotation. Smart stuff, allowing his team to go towards B.
That's a great call.
And there it is. There's the round.
I mean, that really could have gone. The
It could
other
have gone
way.
sideways, sure.
Like, what was Taco supposed to do? Twist just hit the most insane shot.
Yeah.
He
But
was positioned perfectly.
yeah,
Thought he was winning that round.
he didn't move. Like, they didn't even know he was exactly there.
Yeah, it's like...
Because they would normally catch him rotating. He'll be an E-box peeking, which is what Twist was waiting for, or the window. But he was in like the most, I'm going to get this 1 kill position. So
really awkward spot.
it was a good the rotate in general, though. Yeah, I see what you're saying. Like,
Yeah, but you could see,
Because
the
they got these
thought
entries so
process on the
close.
radar as well.
They got the entry so pushed up into A, so like even if they were just rushed right after getting, was it Fur, last one?
Yeah, for an,
you don't have time to
rotate.
get to the bomb site anyway until you have at least 2 SK members
Yeah. The
already
rotate
there.
would have
So
already been there.
yeah, no, that call was great.
But Fallen, man, when does he ever miss those shots?
Yeah, that's
that
true.
was really rough.
Don't see that too often.
This is
This point
this
of
is such
view?
a hard flick because it's at a weird angle. Oh,
Wow.
it's the headshot.
Well, here we go. SK with half the score of their opponent. But they still have cash in the bank due to Taco savagery in previous rounds.
No, reactions aren't important necessarily if you're ready, but in a game with so many variables and so many situations where you can't always guarantee to be ready, reactions can matter.
SK has a really cool bait setup going in mid right now. Fallen opting top connector for hiding. You're completely giving up A halls.
Oh,
Wow.
wow.
Some kind of read. Now Fallen's gonna shift.
That's a pretty cool frag. I think if you try and shoot the first person you see, you're pretty much never landing that shot, but when there's one, there's often 2.
So what's Fallen's MO right now?
Well, it's interesting because they stalled Liquid at the end of A halls for a minute last round. James pointed it out, and this round they probably figure Liquid's not going to want to go towards A halls. They're going to want to go towards mid to counter it, and they double up mid. And they give up A halls completely. You can see Liquid's like stalling out right now. They don't even know what to do.
Ooh, twist. If it goes through the door, Fallen's going to see the bomb. And that means rotation, but the smoke might stop it. Oh, he's looking away now. There's no one in the drop because they've gone deep in towards the B bomb site. It's so cool when there's so many variables like this, which could really change the round. It could play out in maybe 20 different ways right now.
Fallen still has a smoke and a molly, which he just used the molly.
Whoa, he's whoa. Oh, they've got the wow.
Oh, maybe
God.
wait till the second and a half to. Okay, this is going to get really weird. There are 10 seconds. Where's the bomb? They're going to have to
saving,
save.
they're
It's a
saving,
4v5 save.
That was excellent utility usage
Yeah.
by SK right there, and just such a good read. And changed from the setup they ran the prior round, which totally mind-fucked Liquid.
Yeah.
Wow.
I didn't expect the second smoke.
We need a hey guys.
No, as soon as you see second as well, you have
On that
there's
press.
only 2 calls you can make. Most of the times you just call go. Liquid's smart enough to call save, 4 people alive.
presence
That
of
was-
mind.
They would have been
super
completely
impressive.
mauled there as well if they would have gone. So
Oh
I mean,
yeah, they
that
would have
was
gotten
that
wrecked.
save
crazy.
call was great.
The resmoke, it's like they know exactly what Liquid are trying
Yeah.
to do that whole time.
You know, I was reading an Overwatch thread yesterday because there's a lot of complaining about the observing in that game at the moment, and a lot of people say like, oh, you know, in comparison to CS, it's a lot easier. It's just kills and stuff. It's like that. I think that's a great round to look at. And be
Yeah.
like, it's not about kills at all.
It's about the integrity of the
Yeah, in
kills.
terms of just like means to follow, right?
What's
It's a construction of a round.
that too, yeah. And the consequence though is the other thing with Overwatch, just that you can respawn really quickly. No kill will ever be as important as anyone killing Counter Strike. So there's more consequence in Counter Strike. Sorry,
No, continue.
sorry to Overwatch.
Okay, fair enough.
You know, it's a problem with the way the game's made. More fun to play.
Damn.
Anyway, minutes on the clock. Liquid have their next attempt. This might be a nasty surprise. He knows someone's going to be holding an angle though, so it's not easy for him to strafe in. Moves in with the timing of a flashbang from a teammate. Very awkward stuff. Yeah, in case he may feel like he couldn't check super deep to the left, he can hold an angle. Oh, he seems confident now that it's gone. So, more flashes to help him. Sometimes you see a CT just below his crosshair there. Will he be ready though for... Okay, here we go. Here's the push. So far so good for the CTs, but Liquid are fighting back, and now that's a lot of kills in a few seconds, but SK hold. This is quite the chess match at the moment.
Taco is shutting down the B-bombs
Yeah.
right now. Like these B side hits, he hits 2 or 3 every time, I feel like. And this has happened the entire tournament.
I think one of the differences here is that SK are being less aggressive in the early rounds, and some teams in 5v5s actually can choke out real easily. Luminosity are a team like that, actually. I noticed when we were casting at ECS or Pro League, if you let them go 5v5 until the late round, they actually had a hard time deciding what they should do. Some teams thrive in those situations, but right there, Liquid seemed to just like fail on the full B.
Fur needs to get out of there, man. They know they've dinked him, and they're hunting for him. They're hungry for the kill. They'll have to be... They'll have to wait for that Molotov to go. And now SK will contain with grenades. Not much for Liquid to offer in this round. Glocks here and there. Oh, that's awkward. Bolt's drawing his weapon. Steel with perfect timing. Picks up an M4. Tries to advance as quick as possible. And Cold Zero with the overkill. 400 plus damage. They're quickly catching up. Fair on AWP. Don't see that very
Was
often.
that Cold's op? Did Cold throw for that op and then Fur just
So-
got 3K with it?
And he was, yeah, so from so far, that's so random.
Is
It
that
was
what
Fullens, it was
happened, or-
Fullens. Cold was doing something else, but he picked
Okay.
his rifle up elsewhere.
Okay.
Because he was in the door too. Like he was like
Yeah.
right there.
Well, after a cold start, no pun intended, I promise. SK are only 4 rounds away now.
Yeah, and Cold Zero also waking up a little bit. We're talking he had 3 kills at the start of the half. Up to 13 now.
Boom. Yeah, so Fur, I think because Fur was low, Fallen gave him the AWP and took the M4 instead. And Fur delivered, as Fur always does.
I believe we have a law for that. Bogdan's law.
Bogdan.
Oh god.
I thought you said, I believe we have Allah. I was like, I didn't have you down as a Muslim.
What?
5 AKs for Liquid on the T side.
It's very judgmental of you, James.
See how these rounds continue to play out. Taco again in a forward position around the plateau. And that fly might be looking for him. No, I'm reading the radar wrong. It is a few meters away. Well then, that's an early pick. Once pulled back, but it seems Liquid trying to capitalize, but will not commit. There are 3 CTs on the A site now, one going back towards the connector position. So Liquid are trying to abuse that fallen man on the SK side. There must be a hole in the defenses somewhere, but the grenades will stop them getting into the drop, if that was their intention. Taco's still around the Plat's position, so there's no one really to flash for him for a peek, but then there's only... Actually, he's the only person with any flashes on the team at this point.
I was getting a bit low. They were shied off A because Fallen did a good job making up for Fur, getting the 1 kill, flashing them, making sure that they couldn't run up the lower ramp, and they'd totally fallen back since then and not done anything else. So now with top drop, bomb not near these 2 people,
Drops
you
what
wonder,
there.
are they going to try to, yeah.
And it's open. There's no CT that could even hear it if they go drop.
Oh, there you go.
22 seconds on the clock.
They should be good.
Numbers game. Bolts can't get anything done. Got information, but is it too late? Fallen. Can he stop the bomb plant? He's in the smoke. Maybe I can only imagine his scope was poking out.
Excellent call by Liquid right there.
There were 13 seconds left.
Is that common for the setup to come in the 4v4 for SK to give up drop first?
I don't think so, especially when they had plat control like that. It's really weird to see, that second player B gravitate towards plat instead of, at very least, listening for a drop.
Oh boy.
Damn.
Yeah. The gamble play to try and stop game point. Comeback has been good. Will it continue? Cold's got $8,000 in the bank here, so they should be good for a buy. Or will they? That's a lot of money taken away.
You could have committed a little bit better to saving, or I guess it's they haven't had money for a full buy right there. Yeah.
Oh, they're good, yeah.
Match point every round.
Yeah. Tactical.
So it seems Liquid will play with the AWP for this round. Ah, yeah.
His whole body almost. It's like maybe we saw the gun. It's like,
Yeah,
no.
you can't even tell if he's moving in the smoke or if he's just standing still.
So I guess Bolts is their drop guy, or back drop guy, like window side.
Yeah, there was a period of time where Cold was playing it, but
Huh.
yeah, now Bolts is.
And then he came like all the way to A, so maybe it would have made a little bit more sense. They could have had drop control or black control, Bolts outside window, the other guy in B, like E-box side rock or whatever, and then Fallen opping A by himself. That might have been a bit safer.
Olofmeister, top left, came to visit us.
Thank you, Mr. Olofmeister.
Best shoes in the game.
Yeah, he's got game. He's definitely got some shoe game going on there.
Right then. Double snipers continue for SK. Steel picks up the sniper for Nitro in the previous round. They haven't really rocked snipers on the T side, Team Liquid, so wonder how this will change their approach. Again, Taco on the plat. Maybe they'll use the sniper towards that position later on. Neither of these teams afraid to play the slow game. Pretty deep towards long A, so we'll have to keep an eye on that later on. See if he gets aggressive. Fallen's keeping an eye on the underpass door with the scope. And Cold Zero is around the statue on B. He might be the initial engager. Have Taco pop out later on unless he gets Molotov. There are 2 mollies on the T side, but surely they will flash for position first. Okay, so there we go. Will they molly the corner? If not, Cold Zero shoots first. Taco pops out. There's the molly. That ruins the timing for them. Great attention to detail. And now, how does Cold react? 2 players he has for support. They know the drop's been compromised. This won't be easy for SK. 20 seconds left though. There's a tag. The trade fragger is there, but Cold Zero will use a distraction. He's got to find more though. They're still trying to clear out that corner because I don't know. They did it already, but there we go. 12 seconds left now, and it's not going to work out for them. Fly, can he escape? Seems he can.
That round rested on a hairpin.
Yeah, I feel like that was the best case scenario for Liquid. They got that opening pick. Cold missed a
Cold
shot.
missed a shot, yeah.
I thought it was over there.
I thought so
As soon as
too.
they missed that initial
It's kind of
shot.
like every time an opper misses a shot, like no less Cold.
Yeah.
You know, you move forward 2 squares. Right?
Yeah.
Like, take a better position on the site. Bolt's also staying alive at Rock was big because he got 2 kills, didn't die until the end of the round.
Yeah, because normally after this missed shot right here, normally you're on site now.
Normally you're swarmed, yeah.
You know?
Exactly. But yeah,
I think he tagged him.
Bolt's did a good job here.
Yep.
Yeah, he kept them all distracted and stayed alive.
Well, that's decimated the money of Liquid. That's a huge round for SK.
Sometimes I wonder when the round goes to that late, you know, and you didn't jock for position in the last 20 seconds, why didn't you execute 20 seconds earlier so you have more time to work the site when you get out?
Maybe waste it for some last minute nades.
Oh! Oh! There it is. Hello, friends. But crisis averted. Will they rescue the second AWP? They've got the money anyway, I think. Yeah, they're all right.
It's kind of the same mentality, Launders. If you're CT, for example, and you win pistol, the amount of money you have coming into like the first initial weapon round as CT, you have like a lot of utility. So as T, you really want to, technically, you kind of want to do a really slow round, just like bait out the nades, right? But let's say you're CT and you lose pistol, you don't have full kits. And like people actually don't realize that some people first weapon round just goes for like, for example, a regular default or whatever, and then just go for picks. But in reality, you want to play it super slow, just because they don't have a lot of nades to begin with. At 1 minute, at the 1 minute mark, they have nodes, maybe one flash left if you're CT, and you can just do a full execute, and you have no defense.
Oh, Taco, what happened there? Oh, my God, still.
Oh my
That
God.
is much needed money. That was so weird, though. I guess it was blind, but I don't know. Oh, I'm a bit confused there. I don't know if we saw the blinds.
2 flying knife kills
Yeah.
as entries. What's going on?
I don't know if I saw the blinds animation. I don't know. I guess he was blind. You have to assume he was blind.
Taco here? Is that what you're saying?
Oh, yeah, okay, he was completely blind.
Oh.
Boom. That's much needed money, though. They need that cash. Well, I mean, 2 knives.
He doesn't.
Yeah, but maybe it comes into play in a later round if there is one. Let's see. 2 knives for Steel. Double snipers again for SK. Presumably, it'll be another slow round. Liquid will fight for position in round A. In fact, with everyone for the time being. Seems to know SK will respect B. So they'll use the, basically gives them 6 men in this position. It was a fast one. Falling with the pop flash. Does he have support though? Missing the first shot, repositioning. There's a nice one for him. And the players are moving into the APC area in the meantime. Oh, Taco doesn't see the play go past him, but everybody's getting wrecked. 2-on-2 now. Only one player coming in for the flank, that's Fur. And Cold Zero is still a while away, moving into connector now. And everything slows down, but Liquid have to rescue the bomb. That is an absolute no man's land. And there might be a crossfire. They could boost into the balcony. They'll do exactly that, but Cold Zero is aware of this. He's got a pretty deep position in connector.
Twist has a smoke as well. He could actually use it for long, because that bomb isn't spottable from the lower A ramp. So there isn't really a way to use that. If you're CT, you're putting yourself in a dangerous position. I don't think he's thrown it yet either. Yeah, so I feel like maybe Naf should have been the one to go up in this situation. But
Yeah, this is a bit rough.
yeah, he's like, got to work on all these angles now. 1v1, and he has info on the last guy. On the ramp for the game. Nope, doesn't happen. Round 29 happens.
Wow. Good reposition by Further to go mid.
That's where that second knife comes in handy now.
True.
Steel has a lot more money than he otherwise would, so they can have 2 AK-47s, or 3 if they want to have more grenades. Less grenades, sorry.
So he's talking to the boys. Tactical timeout. Team Liquid.
I felt like the actual strategy to go up fast A was kind of pretty unexpected.
Yeah,
It
I
seemed
thought
like-
it was good.
yeah,
I thought it was a good call. I thought Fallen's reaction was really good. That was like one of those rounds where you could kind of see Fallen getting a 4K, just based on what you've seen him do in the past.
He knew exactly how he was going to get swarmed after he got
Yeah.
that first kill, pushed to the wall, and then aimed, like pre-aimed really wide.
Yeah, he knew what was going down right there.
Well, this is a rough last round for Team Liquid. Galil, WMP, double Galil, sorry. Better have that Titan logo spray on point. Good grenades. So yeah, Naf could have bought an AK, but he opted for Galil and grenades. Damn, those odds have changed wildly now. A gap. A window of opportunity. But nobody will try to climb through. Waiting out the initial grenades. Both teams still well equipped. Again, the same setup from SK. Third, deep, long A. Fallen, keeping an eye on the door from a safer position. Bolts outside the drop. Taco and Cold Zero. Taco keeps changing his position as well, which is quite important for the CT side. And Cold is by the coop instead of the statue for the time being. So that's a denial of information. Seems Liquid have the jump on what the setup might be, and that forces Fur back because they can't support each other, Fur and Fallen. And now Liquid will clear out the long area. A smoke would isolate people as well.
What's the game plan?
This is super off unless Liquid comes with a fake here.
Yeah, I guess it's just going to be a
they
B
are.
hit late,
Okay.
right? Drop split B.
Yeah, this is good.
Yeah, one
Cold still
Diddy.
has a smoke at B. Could really put a wrench in things.
Taco has to win this game for them.
Well, if he just spots and then Cold Zero throws the smoke, unless he's got to
Cold's
focus
at
on drop
A,
first.
or-
Rotates are isolated right now.
Oh, he's miles away.
Oh, God.
He's got to do this.
Oh, the flash hits everybody. But Taco, can he
Taco.
stay alive? Nitro with the UMP. How does he make that one work? 10 seconds to plant the bomb, though. Cold Zero's got a line. Do they go for the tree plant? They have to, but is he going to push for it? There's a superior angle. He's aware of it. It's a fast shot from Cold. 3 versus 1 now. Looking for overtime. Twist with the Galil. He knows one plays by the boulder.
Oh my God.
Okay.
Huge.
But he's got the Galil, man. The Titan spray. Is he ready for it? Fighting for the rounds, but he can't do it.
Yeah, he thought Cold Zero was having a bad game, and then he literally just...
Yeah.
No big deal.
That could have ended like when you were saying Taco has to win this game for them. You see that flash from bolts.
Yeah.
All 4 Ts were also blind. It's just great that they had like also so much utility. So Taco ends up also being blind. Otherwise, it's a 4-man spray down there.
Gotta say, for how like kind of slow paced that whole game was, it was very interesting.
It's a good thing Fiff bet that 1 Bitcoin at 10 to 1 odds.
Yeah.
I forgot about
Things are
that.
Let's just say he won't be at CS Summit 3.
Oh, listen.
He's sweating.
Oh, forgot about that.
That was quite the...
Because it's because it hits overtime, right? It's it just cuts. It's like a loss now, then, right?
I don't
It's
even
just
know.
gone.
I have no idea how that works.
You might have been able to bet on the win. Yeah, no. I mean, you might have lost a lot of money there.
Sorry to everyone at home.
Or sorry, made a lot of money. Because you would have put, you were thinking
I
about.
actually put overtime.
5 AKs once again for Liquid.
It didn't tell anyone, Savage.
Business as usual, but different for SK. 2 CTs more forward towards the A bomb site, but looks like it's going to be shock and awe for Team Liquid. Oh, everybody's blind at the moment, and all 5 players are on the site. No kills just yet, though. Taco in a very wild position, but they both go down in stereo fashion, and that's the round.
You know what I hate the most?
When that happens
It's
in OT.
yeah, like you're struggling so much, like the whole half. You just I just need this one more T round, you know. Goes to overtime and you just like insta win, and it's just not even close.
Why, it happens literally every time.
Yeah, I know.
It happens
Yeah,
every time.
yeah.
It's crazy. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if Volca goes 3-0 right here.
That's pretty funny.
You get a lot more courage though once it's OT because you feel like you have a little bit more forgiveness if you end up losing or messing up around.
Clean
where you
slate.
can take like when you can go for rounds like these where let's just rush somewhere and see what
Yeah.
happens.
Also, you have that mental reset where you're just like, dude, nothing's working. Let's just rush B.
Yeah.
Like, whereas in the game, you don't have that time to even think about
Mhm.
that.
Cold Zero was 3 for 13. Now he's 23 for 18.
Yeah,
That's
Greatest
crazy.
comeback since LeBron's
pretty good,
hairline.
right?
Damn. Well then, that was a round. Massive damage to the money of SK. So, again, overtime. If you go 0-2 on CT side, you're probably going 0-3. Life will be very difficult in that last round. Round number 2. And they're back to the normal setup. Fallen by the door, looking down the underpass for deep, long A. Again, Taco playing different positions around B every round, trying to stop Liquid from countering them on a push. And Cold is by the statue again. Fallen trying the timing for the second player. This time doesn't work out and he gets taken down early. 2 men rotating towards A, trying to get towards the balcony before everything falls apart for them. Fur can't quite get the kill there. Nitro, no man's land, taken down by Bolts. Can't get a 2k though. Fur will deliver a 2k of his own, leaving it a 2-on-2. And there's Cold Zero leaving Steel alone. He can collect the bomb. Saw one by the APC. The flashbang is there and Cold doesn't manage to finish things off just yet.
Nice strafe.
Wally behind the APC. Oh, he was close, but Taco will save the day again.
I thought that was over when they killed Fallen.
Yeah,
Same.
I thought Liquid was going to win that round. I really like the pace they're bringing to OT right now. Strong calls.
Because it's like, you get the kill on the player who's like expected to stay alive at least like 40 more seconds. You can take all through up A, and they threw a lot of nades on the way. I was also really surprised they had like almost no nades left when they got up into the site in the 3v3. I was like, I thought they would, you know, after getting that first kill, just still have so many options.
Rushing B again.
In they go. Will they have the same success? Cold Zero is here. Bolt's delivering a kill as well, and that's going to be around for SK. I think it's safe to say. Nafly 1 versus 4. He has time to do it. Does he have position though? Using the smokes, trying to take out some trade fraggers, trying to give himself some 1 versus 1s. No more grenades though. Short as a flank coming in, avoiding some flashbangs for the time being.
Naf is a clutch god though. Oh, so close.
Launders got it so excited right there.
So close.
Launder,
Pitched a small
Launders went
tent.
half chub when he realized what was going on.
Oh, it's 1 round. Percentage-wise, way better than all of first half. So we'll see if SK has woken up here a little bit on their T side. Oh, reset.
Jesus.
Cheeses?
Cheez-Its.
Cheeses or Jesus?
Neither.
It's too early for those cheese stick things.
Cheese strings?
Yeah,
Not cheese bites, cheese strings.
Cheese strings.
I'm a biter.
Sean.
Like a gerbil. Well then, lots of talking from Fallen and Cold Zero. Early round and mid-round callers. Okay,
See,
off they
Cold
go.
also calls for calls during OT.
Yeah, so I was talking to Cold actually in the after party in Boston. Name drop. Yeah, he said he calls strats during OT. Never
I like
knew
that though, because if you do end up going to OT and let's say Fallen is the one calling the whole time and you switch it up, kind of how Liquid did.
They did that at Columbus, like his first major. He called in OT versus Liquid, and they won on Mirage.
I spoke to Cold Zero once.
Name drop.
So Liquid waiting. Steel and Nitro with their own setup around long A. And that's where SK is slowly creeping back. Man, so little info for both sides. Just quiet, silence, everybody walking around. But again, the CTs have got that position in plateau. This time it's Elige. Smoke just going down now. And Steel has 1 more smoke, but he's over towards A. So it appears we will have a split of the A bomb site, but what can Liquid really read from what they have seen so far? 30 seconds and SK still haven't started creeping into long. Are we going to see the timing issues again? Steel's the only man close. He will hear Bolts making some noise, but he only hears 1 person.
Do they have time for this?
Look at the rotation now. 15 seconds and we've got 3 people on the A bomb site and they don't have any significant map control.
That's
The bomb
the
taken
Navi
down
round.
on its
by
own.
himself.
And that is going to be the round.
Exactly what happens to Navi on
I
Inferno.
don't understand.
Oh wait, it's
Yeah, I
1v1?
mean-
Elige is running away though. It somehow got down to that point, but yeah, just so slow without.
Yeah, but you could also see as well. Yeah, it went down to 1-on-1, but Elige never even bothered to move away from that B bomb site. He just knew that it's just game over. Losing that round. That's why not just have the bomb in middle at least? Go by yourself in halls like that.
I always agree with sending the bomb to the closest choke point to the bomb site, so it's like the least.
Sure, but
chance
then
you
you
get.
should at least
but
have
have
one
a
more
someone with
person.
you. Yeah.
Because you die there, even if you kill everyone else, do you even have time? You don't even have time. Even if you rush it right away.
It's like one of two bomb plays besides leaving the bomb and spawn that get me like really angry. It's like that one and when you have the opper with the bomb. I'm like, why are you doing this? He's supposed to be taking contact all the time.
Yeah.
Why are you showing this bomb all over the place?
Yeah, no, I've seen that. Damn. All right.
I don't know why SK didn't change things up after, you know, a 13-2 T-half. They're just trying more of the same.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I hate? When you have like a forward spawn, like let's say on cash to pick somebody going towards the cube or something like that, and then somebody throws you the bomb with like 1 second left. It's like, why are you doing this? When it happens, I just don't throw the bomb. I'm like, I'm gonna go anyway. If I lose the bomb, then you will deserve it.
Bardolphisms.
1 minute mark. SK have lost Fallen. Creeping for a pick on long A. Here comes the charge. Steal behind the pillar. Counter flashing for his team, but he's got too many places to focus on. Nitro though, he's on the site. There are smokes down. There is time for SK to try and deal with this. They can rescue the bomb later, but they can't rescue their heads and their chests from these Liquid players. 3 versus 1 now as Liquid try to move towards game point again. For 35 seconds, there's a flank coming in, but it's a slow one. They don't know exactly where he is, Team Liquid. There's the first one. Oh, has he still got the bullets? Yes, but he can't get the kill. And that's 18 rounds for Liquid.
That was real close. And once he gets that kill and there's no tree in sight, he knows the third guy's flanking him.
2 SK players have $2,000.
They did okay with the money somehow, like into the third round. Yeah, they I think bolted 7K somehow, which is kind of surprising. Taco looks like you can afford one as well. That's not bad for losing the first 2 OT rounds.
Mm-hmm.
That comes because wait, no, they did buy ops. I don't know how they did that actually.
This is pretty rough for a
Yeah,
T
but
side.
Cole has no nades.
Did they lose a round by... They lost a round by timeout though.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
That's going to be a big issue. Flashes are here. Naflight isn't going to kill just yet, but he might end up with 2. Taco still standing his ground, and that just might be the game. The 3 AKs are what remains, however, so let's not count them out just yet, but it's not going to be easy. First shoulder peeking, going to get cut down, leaving Bolts and Cold. Maybe the architects of their own downfall on T-side Cobblestone.
Man, this is a really hard-fought victory for Liquid.
Yeah, damn.
They earned it. They earned
Definitely
it. I mean,
earned it.
I thought they were losing when it got to OT.
Yeah,
I thought they were winning the entire time until it got to OT.
It was Dragger on T side. Like when SK makes a big comeback like that, you think they're not turning back. But then their T side seems to be as flat as it was in the first half.
Yeah,
whereas
so
Liquid figured their
surprising.
stuff out in their T side OT.
Yeah, it's super surprising actually. I feel like that's something that we never really see from SK. Nonetheless, I'm impressed, actually.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I mean, kind of disappointed for SK, but
Sure.
Yeah, that was definitely.
But
a good
even the
win.
switching out, like sure, even if Liquid did only end up getting that one round in overtime on the T side, just completely switch up in terms of pace and even in terms of strategy coming into the whole overtime. 3 fast rounds on Liquid's T side, end up getting that one, and then same thing again, continue that trend on having a really strong CT side.
Yeah, I think that match shows a lot about Liquid. You can learn a lot from them because they had such a good CT half, and they're such a new team with their current roster. So you expect them to have a little bit of T-side struggle against SK. And when they were able to think about things and change the pace, things worked really well for them.
All right, it's break time, guys. We're going to have a break, drink some water. I was talking a lot during that map, so I'm parched. When we're back, map number 2, which is train between these 2 teams. See you back here shortly.